Hello everyone. You probably saw a lot of puzzles and compositions, but this one is guaranteed to shock you. It is white to move and win, so you can pause the video and see the moves for yourself. As you can see, black has a pawn that's going to try to promote on the next move, and also a pawn on g6 is going to try to push as well. So what would you do here is white? Would you take the knight? Would you give some checks? Would you push the pawn? What will you do here? If you said we're just going to capture the knight, and whenever they try to promote, we just give a check and we pick up the queen. But there's a problem that whenever they try to promote, we give a check, they can just take this pawn and defend. And what we have to take their queen, and whenever they take back, there is no way to win this because we only have a knight and they have a pawn that we have to sack the knight for, right? Therefore, it's not going to be a win if we take their knight. And if we give a check, the same thing will happen. That they're just going to take this pawn and they're going to try to promote in the next move, and we have to give up the rook for it. So the only way we're going to win this is to save this pawn on b2, because the rook will die trying to stop black from promoting the queen. So many people here would say, okay, b4, b5, b6, very, very simple idea. But b4 is actually a draw. It's insane, but it's actually a draw. Now I'm going to show you why. They will promote to a queen. We're going to give them a check. We have to make sure the queen is not going to stay on the board. They're going to play king b2, protecting their queen. We take and they take back. Good for now. We play b5. We're going to try to promote, and we're only 3 squares away from promoting. That's really good. They play knight to e4. They're going to try to play something like knight d6 and try to get to our pawn. So we push the pawn again. And it might seem that we're completely winning this. We're just going to promote and win, but black will obviously play knight d6, stopping us from playing the move b7. So we go for a trick. It's not really a trick, you just go knight c5, and we're going to try to go knight to e4. Give us the knight, or we're going to promote. That's it. We're just trying to give up the knight. Okay, so they play something like g5. We play this move knight to e4, and we're trying to tell them, please take our knight. Because if they do, we're going to be completely winning. After we push, they try to push, we promote, they go here, and this is obviously winning for us. So, but they're not going to take. That's the problem. And we're also trying to get rid of their pawn. So, they will not take our knight. They will just play g4. And after g4, we cannot really take their knight, because if we did, they're going to push. There is no way to stop their pawn. And if we push as well, they will push, we will promote, they will promote, and this is a draw. I know you might say, well, we have a queen and a knight. How can this be a draw? Well, we can never escape the high number of checks for black, and that will be a draw, unfortunately. That's why b4 doesn't work. So what is the best move? We can't take the knight, we can't give a check, we can't play b4. What is the best move? The best move is b3. Now you're going to see the beauty behind this move b3. Everything, just like I showed you, happens. Okay, so they promote to a queen, we give a check, they protect their queen, we take, they take back, and then, and only then, we play b4. This move saves the game. Playing b4 on 2 moves is the best way and the only way to win this. Now they play the same thing. They play knight to e4, trying to stop the pawn, we push. They go there, give us the pawn. We definitely don't give them the pawn. We push. And here, they play g5. The same thing happens. The exact same thing. Knight c5. Not c5. Okay, knight c5. Okay, knight c5. Here, we're trying to play the exact same move, knight d4. Now, they play g4. Okay, and now we play knight e4. If they take us, I showed you we are completely winning. After b7 and b8 queen, we were winning that. Okay. What if they push? Well, we don't take the knight, we take the pawn. And then we get back to playing this move and tell them, hey, just please take us, and then we can promote and win the game. And if they don't, we're just going to capture their knight. But what if they don't play g3? And what if they don't take our knight? What would they do? Now, the very cool move here for black, very, very cool move, king a2. There's really a nice idea behind king a2, that if we take their knight, which we have to because we want to push and promote, and we don't want to give them time to get activating their king and start, defending their pawn. So we take their knight. They play g3. And there's not only one move, but we can never push this pawn play b7. Why? Because the same thing happens. We both promote at the same time, and that will obviously lead to the same as before. It's going to be a draw. Therefore, whenever they play this move g3, we don't push the pawn. We have to play this move. Well, there are many moves, but this move that I really like, knight to b5. I guess they are the same thing, knight to b5. The idea is, if they push, they're going to be only one square away from promotion, but they're now winning because we can play check. They can attack us, and then we are in time to play knight to e2, stopping them from promoting, and also trying to promote ourselves. They're going to play king c2, they're trying to get rid of our knight. We push, they attack our knight, we go to g1. They're going to try to get rid of our knight, but then we can promote to a queen and go back and save the game, which is an amazing solution, brilliant solution for this really beautiful puzzle. Thank you for watching.